You're glad to see us.
Hello, welcome to another Midnight ISO production. So, this is a new one for me. This is going to be FIA Nationals. It's the second race of the season. Unfortunately, I missed the first one because I wasn't aware enough to actually be ready for it. So, what's going to happen? We are going to be racing in a Corvette around the Autodrome, Lago Maggiore, however you pronounce it. And I'm going to be trying not to make a bit of an ass out of myself. Because I'm using the wheel for the first time on a National. It's actually my first time taking part in a National, as far as I'm aware. And yes. Yeah, I know. What can I say? I like this car. I know how it handles. The reason why I'm using the Corvette is I know how it handles, and I raced it at Monza for an entire week. And while I'm getting to use the wheel, I'm using my second account. I'm basically, you know, it's a write-off. It's a learning experience. So if I finish anything other than last, I will call it a win. Hadn't thought about that. This is, you are right, brave is the word, isn't it? Well, all I've got to do is try and get around the track. So, I've done a couple of laps on my main account. I ended up with a 1:59.2 or 3, which is round about the time of some of my other GT friends and all that sort of thing. So, that's what I'm going to try for. Somewhere around that. And I've got an hour, well, about 3/4 of an hour to practice. And bear in mind, I'm actually still learning the course. So, and learning the wheel. So, it is absolute deep end. Well, we'll see. I mean, this is, as I said, it's my second account. Just got to see what they're like. I mean, I've seen what Bert's up to, and they're a little bit punty in there. I said punty, not anything else. Remember, I'm better with the controller, so better at the moment is subjective. I'm still struggling with the position of the... I cannot get comfortable on this wheel. It's more the damn pedals than anything. I know I'm being very cautious and slow into these corners, but it's just a matter of I'm learning the car again. Ooh, 2nd to 18th, that is harsh. What I'm going to have to do is move that damn microphone because I'm going to nudge it so many times. Every time my left arm comes up, it goes twang, which you can probably hear. How's Bert getting on with his race? I wanted to sit and watch it all, see how he got on, but the strategy seemed, after 5 minutes, seemed fairly nailed on to a one-stopper, so it's no point watching that, and I just felt I needed to get my own practice in. But came third, nice one. So a CS lot. C and S. Well, people just get a little bit overexcited when it comes to these sort of races, don't they? So S, unless it's a AS or A plus S or SS, you know what I'm saying. This is one of them. Then a B or lower, then everyone gets excited. So, ooh, this is for points. Finally actually begin to learn the track, which is a good sign. Half an hour before the actual race. I'm stopping him to look at the map every 10 seconds. It's at least every 20 seconds now. I'm really going to regret being in the Corvette, aren't I? I don't really care. Oh, he's up a place. Can you wish him luck for me if you're on his feed? Or tell him to ruin his ranking so he can be in the same lobby as me in the next one. Actually, no, I don't want that because he's a good driver. So all credit to Bert. He's gone from an enthusiast to nearly a paid Twitch streamer in a month. I say paid, donations, you get the idea. I mean, I might get donations for people, you know, to not stream. It's like, ugh, ugly. Right, starting to feel a bit more comfortable with the wheel again. Unlike the controller, I can't just pick up and go with the wheel. I have to warm up to it. I've definitely got to adjust that. Those pedals are just slightly too far away. One thing I am focusing on is trying to be consistent rather than, you know, going for qualifying, because the lobby that I'm going to be in is going to be full of people punting each other off on the first corner, etc. So it's just going to be a matter of staying on the track, managing the tyres, and hoping they all go for a pit stop. Pleasure to have you here as always, dude. Hope you're having a nice one. Glad your races went interestingly. But you can see the concentration on my face during this. Well, thus far, one thing I can say I'm happy about is I have the oversteer under control. Because I've been so gentle on the throttle. At least it's going to help during the race. Okay, so we're picking up speed. If I end up faster than my controller times, this is, well, it's my ultimate goal, of course. Did for a minute forget where I was. So the one thing I really struggle with the wheel is slow corners. Thank you very much. It's good to have a bit of positive feedback. If only someone had told my mother when I was growing up. I don't have mother issues, it's alright. Oh, that's not good. That's good for tyre wear, right? Honestly, the pedals are actually moving beneath me. I've got them on a little platform which you screw down onto, but the platform's moving. The damn carpet. I have to figure something out for that. I think you're right, they do get warm. I hope you mean the tyres on that one. Significantly feeling more confidence in the car as we go. Other than the half spin. Just feel like the ability to be smooth on the wheel is there. It's just a weird feeling for me, but we already knew that. I'm still struggling to deal with the understeer more than anything. This is in that F1 car, in which case, no understeer, not a problem. I'm glad somebody does. I can't remember, are you still on controller or are you on wheel yet? Or are you thinking about wheel? Oi. That's pretty cool. So we're on a very sort of similar setup. Such a community on GT Sport, isn't it? It's pretty cool. I actually slipped down on my chair. I can't actually see the gear counter. Really threw me off. It's like, what gear am I in? Got to sit up slightly. I really am fighting the damn pedals. There's a 6 behind it. Stop it moving. I think that's going to be my only way of doing this. So excuse me a moment. One hopes that does the trick. And a bit of resistance back there. Right, how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to put this up. Excuse the audio. This is going to sound funny for you. Well, not funny, but that's pretty good. Pretty good going for him. I did expect him to do well. That's more like it. I'm not going to actually hit the mic now. So that's a one-stopper confirmed then. Ooh, there's the understeer. Don't go wide on this one for a change. That's a weird corner. I mean, the camera is so severe, you sort of sucked around it. It's a weird sentence. There's a lot more speed I can take through that one. I'm going to have to go so far rearward on the brake bias because I think I'm going to shred these front tyres. Right, so okay, it's a mid 2 minute now. Helicopter flying over my head, that's actually quite distracting. Again, not a sentence I thought I'd have to say. There's so much grip coming out of that hairpin, it's unreal. This must be that damn camber. Imagine this being a dive bomb of a corner. Okay, so we're into the mid 59s, so we can get to the 58s. What was pole in? Oops. What was pole in Bert's one? It was like 159 flat or something, wasn't it? Maybe he was wrong. Vodka. It's actually a fairly respectable time then, 1:59.6. Surprised myself. I genuinely am surprised I've got any sort of speed at this. The only thing I can fall back on is my knowledge of racing, which doesn't always help you when you're full of a rim of punters and very inexperienced with the track. In fact, I'm writing myself into an early grave with that one, aren't I? In theory, anyway. One thing I am finding is when you hit the apexes on the wheel, it just feels so sweet. When I did it with the control, it felt like I was getting there with sideways, sliding into it. Often was when I checked the replays. Like 3 apexes in a row. Well, this one I know I can break a heck of a lot later now. Even later than those cones tell me. There's so much speed through there that's left on the table. Really, I am using the markers to brake, but I've got enough of my brain to contemplate about worrying about where my brake points are on a track that I don't know. The second reason why I wanted the Corvette is I know it pulls away quite rapidly even in the wrong gear, so I can hopefully minimise the tyre wear, but it didn't occur to me that the Corvette isn't actually very good with tyre wear. Oh, you can have so much confidence through there, it's mad. Love it. I suppose I'm at that point where I'm gaining confidence with the wheel. I am picking up a bit of speed, even though I don't always hit the apexes. But it's starting to feel more natural. Forgotten where I was on the track again. Hello, Bert. Congratulations on the podium. I'm learning the track and the wheel at the same time. What do you think my chances are? Starting to pick up a bit of speed, which I'm quite happy with. I'm still struggling with obviously the understeer aspect. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, mate, all you have to say is it's good practice for you, and frankly for me as well. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I have to stop for a second and catch up with the comments. I'm on my midnight ISO profile, which is going to be mostly my wheel profile. So you see me racing Shunt 006, that's more or less going to be my controller, you know, what I've built that on. So I wanted to stick around for your whole stream, but I desperately had to get learning the track and the wheel. I did have Sing Tao there, giving me information and updates on how you were getting on. But that's good news. Come second on a course that you didn't know, and there's Punterama going on around you. Can't sort of be too disappointed at that one. So it's really bloody awkward if you get an itchy damn foot when doing this. Not that you needed to know. Just lay down that damn chair again. First time I've hit the apex on that damn corner. Tried too hard. Tell you what, but I absolutely adore this corner when you get it right. With so much grip, it's insane. When you get it wrong, I imagine it spits you out sideways. Or upside down. I was trying to score a little bit more aggressive. I'm still driving within myself, thinking about tyre management for the race. So I do have more speed on the table. Maybe I should just go for flat out lap. See what we can get. Do you want us to do that? Let's try doing that without actually missing the first corner. I've got to actually focus on what I'm doing sometimes. Right, so yeah, let's go for actually a lap of speed. Well, speed, even if I gain 0.2 of a second. What do we call that? Okay, that's how you control a power slide at the last corner. You've got to love the Corvette, haven't you? Gotta love it. Sing Tao, are you going to race in the next one? Am I going to see you in the lobby finally? That damn understeer. Okay, this is obviously not the fast lap. Ah, you can take that in third, not second. Okay. It's going to be time there. We're learning. We're going to give it a go, mate. Come join us. Or, you know, give us views. That's cool too. Quite frankly, whatever you want to do is whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not trying to get rid of you, I'm perfectly happy having you here. 2.7 DR for one race, that's not bad. How much did you win it by? Good effort. What's daily race speed? That's Spa, isn't it? Okay, fair through there. No, it's lower for me. So we've got 15 minutes until the actual qualifying and race. Come on, nose in. Oh, nose in the corner, not out the corner. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's not the time to sneeze. Woo! Did that look gorgeous on camera? Thank you. I was fighting that from the first double right, and that's all I was thinking about. Was like, don't sneeze here, don't sneeze here, and I sneezed there. How was that the fastest middle sector? Must have been this session. Alright, so I sneezed going around the corner, I still went faster. I'll take that. So I probably lost me a quarter of a second that sneeze. What am I looking at it, isn't it? Cones everywhere, that's off-putting. Okay, so if you get a good line, you can do third out. Just you need to blip it down to second for the control. Okay. There you go. Heartily into the 58s. Let's push on. Thank you very much. This is what happens when you actually practice, isn't it? Rather than just turn up and expect to be quick. What did Bert have in his qualifying time? Because I can't remember. Sorry I'm asking you all the questions, dude. It should be the other way around. Felt good. Just got to be aware of that damn understeer, because that's going to ruin tyres. Do I have a 157 in me? There's only one way to find out, really, isn't there? Hit more cones. Feel free to rub that into Bert if you see him. I do enjoy winding him up a little bit. Only tease me. Oh, didn't need to hit that. Lost me a 10 for 2. How long do I have? Another 10 minutes. So I need to come out now and actually go into... Actually... Thank you very much. I need to actually go and enter the event, don't I? Okay, so... Let's fill me with a little more confidence. I'm sticking with the Corvette. This is race with what you know, isn't it? Which for Bert is race on 2 bottles of wine and be stunningly quick around any track that he tries, which is infuriating. I'd love to say really coolly, no, I don't get nervous, but that would be utter bullshit. Damon Hill used to suffer the same sort of thing. I mean, you think being a second generation Formula One driver, multiple world champion, his father being one, Damon Hill being a motorbike racer, Formula One winner, Formula One champion. What he always used to say is when he was getting close to a good finish, good position, he would count the laps, say 10 laps to go, but he would add on another 5 or 10 laps in his head. So effectively, when he crossed the line, even it was a surprise for him. So, oh shit, I've won. So he wouldn't get the nerves. But it was nice to hear that a world champion at the biggest motor racing sport on the planet had nerves. So yes, I do. I also drop things a lot, so you know. But it's more my coordination goes. I mean, my mind's going, you're fine, and then I whack on the throttle at full pelt going through a hairpin. It's like, no, you stupid foot. Because, you know, you can blame parts of your body. Honestly, I'm not mad. My mother had me tested. Hashtag Bazinga. Also, would you tell Bert to accept my friend request of Midnight ISO, because I want to know what his times were. Because I can't remember. Yeah, that's really cool. That is really cool. So, no wonder you're quite good on the strategy side with chess. I personally can't play bridge. I don't know the rules. Some people have been trying to teach me poker for 10 years. In one ear out the other. Chess, I can play. Strategy, none. Racing strategy, that I can do. But you draw from what you know. And what I know is if I'm in the lead, the nerves kick in. So that's always fun. Oh, righty then. We're going to continue doing a little bit of practice. Then before the race, I'm going to go for a nervous pee. Do you know what? Yeah, so do I, because you can actually follow in the tracks. What I quite like doing is on some of the daily races last year when I was big into GT Sport at the time, before I took my like 6-month hiatus, I got fairly good at a couple of tracks, and what I used to do was my usual strategy: sit on the hard tyres to the first section of the race, and then go to the softs later on. But if it was a fuel limited race, I would just sit behind someone for the first half of the race, quite happily, and then of course come the pit stop, I'd save so much fuel. I was in the pits 10 seconds less than them. If you're in a lobby, which obviously you can do, that's great. But it's all strategy, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. You're doing a last to first challenge when you get punted off in the first corner. If you watch it, obviously the F1, you see that Vettel does that every race. He does a spin. Right, last to first challenge, and took him 7th or something. Actually, last year he was lucky to get in the top 10. Besides the point. I do like a last to first challenge, but the only thing I can do that on is Mario Kart. Ooh. Do you know what? I could see that. Whereas when it comes to these nationals, they're worth so many DR and all that, it's just worth continuing, isn't it? Right, we've got time for 2 more laps. Oh, you can go up to 4th through there. Ooh. Interesting. Didn't realise this was a 4-sector lap. That's pretty interesting. Will sound like Johnny Depp on Pirates of the Caribbean. That's interesting. Without the, you know, the backstory or being a pirate. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, sometimes you have to take the best of what you can get out of a race and just go for it. It's quite fun to come from the back and pick up the podium. You've got to be proud of yourself when you do that. Got that bastard coming. I almost hit the barrier. Okay, so back into the 58, so that's a good sign. Which means it wasn't a fluke. Although this first sector was feeling like one. Do you know what? We're going to apparently push the PlayStation button. Well, hindsight is a wonderful thing also. Right. Oh, that felt smooth. It wasn't quick, but it felt smooth. Honestly, what is it with me? As soon as I go live, I get itchy nose on Gran Turismo. Is it psychosomatic? Am I just a psycho? Questions for later. I suppose one thing about nerves in this race is I actually haven't got them, because I decided this account was going to be my learning account for the wheel. So whereas for the FIAs last week I was a little bit nervous because they were the FIAs on my main account, this one it's all learning. So, you know, it's fun and yeah, it's tense, but nerves, not so much. Not on this one. Okay, so I can lap 58s fairly regularly now. That's a good sign. Oh, there's a corner cut. I think Bert did that on his qualifying lap. Okay. Need some vodka in this. That's all good. Right, so what have we got in here? We've got all B ranks. Do I just pelt it out of the pit lane and try and get ahead of these cretins? Yes. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to need it. Right. Apparently I can phase through cars. I think I could do that in a race. I don't recognise any of the handles and the gamer tags in this one. See what the other guys can do. Okay, they look fairly competent. So whatever they do in qualifying, really. Well, that was a corner cut if I've ever seen one. Okay, these guys look quite fast to me. Apart from one that's going backwards. That race 370Z looks like it could well be the pole sitter. I'm not sure what the Slovenian's doing because that's not the track. So we're going to have a mixed grid on this one. Yeah, that's kind of my plan actually. Try and stay away from the chaos. Okay, so we've got the Spaniard, the Italian Mike 55049, Spaniard Die Golf 1 with the most point. Let's go, 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 go. Go, dipshit. Okay, we're about 6th, 7th out, yeah, okay. Cold tyres, didn't want to do that. Okay, it's all good, it's all good. Keep head. Very cold tyres, jeez. Please tell me you saw that. Do you know what? I really don't. I now do not give a fluff what happens for the rest of the race after seeing that. I mean, oh, somebody insert a ping sound to that. go. It's all good. We've got plenty of time. Hello Tash, on YouTube. Qualifying for the race. Thank you very much for the support. I found a bit of speed with the wheel. Not sure how much, but some. Out of the way, you back. So I lost a whole second in that sector, so that's not good. I'll go for lap 2. Get off the wall, dude. Not like Michael Jackson, just get off the wall. Okay. I should go for a lap now. Someone's had an off, that's always a good sign. Off the racing line. Stay off it. Thank you. Okay, so we're down to 8th, but it should improve. It's not going to be my best lap by any stretch of the imagination. All the cones have gone. I'll break myself. That's always a good sign. The annoying thing is, I did a 1:57.5 for my actual practice, but it doesn't matter. I'll start top 10, considering most of the other guys are going backwards at various points during that. Okay. Oh, that was a good one. Well, we do know in the first lap there's going to be an absolute fustercluck. So, we shall see what happens. I suspect I'm probably going to be faster in the race than I am actually the damn qualifying. Yeah, I know. It's, I'm not actually too worried about it. Again, it's all a learning experience. Interesting comment, Katie. Yeah, the consistency in the tyres is what I'm going to be going for. We saw I was lapping 158s fairly consistently in the qualifying. Why are they showing us Sao Paulo? That looks like Malaysia. I think GT Sport is about as far as you can get away from gears. Thank you. I thought it was appreciated. That is really bright and I'm really pasty. So, starting 13th. Unlucky for most people. Actually, in some places in the world, it's actually a lucky number. Go figure. Also notice the one who spun coming into that hairpin. Thanks, Matt. Knew we could count on you. I like the pink car, actually. That's pretty cool. My Corvette. You three are the sweetest. A 2-minute 4 lap. He must have had a stinker of qualifying. Best lap 3 minutes. Which way was he facing? I haven't deleted your message. I haven't touched it. It's obviously auto modded. I think it's in the word breast is uh-oh. We have chaos already. Thanks, whoever that was. So apologies if I don't actually talk all that much during this. Alright, Mr. Spaniard, you're too late to cover that one, dude. You're going to get a bit arsey, so am I. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, that was good. So that was not me that punted him. If anyone screenshots my face in concentration mode, why would you bother? Why am I giving you ideas? So this is not going to be the fastest race in the world because it's largely about tyre conservation. So if you're after an interesting race, you've come to the wrong place. All I can see is the word breast popping up all the time. Oh, is my boob out? I know what you're referring to, like Gears of War, but still. Yeah, breasticles. They're the best things. So who's behind me? Right. Okay. We are 8.3 behind the leader. We're going to try and keep it there, if not reduce it a little bit, but try to put as little energy through the rear tyres as possible. Doing that doesn't help. That certainly doesn't help. I mean, I know I was wide on that corner, but that was rude. I haven't even looked at my fuel, but it's not that I don't care that much. And I'm suspended. Just when I saw that coming, wasn't it? Saw that going too. Bye! Oh, there's going to be a shunt. Hey, and it's not involving me for a change. Oh, this is going to be a sandwich. Oh, it's a me sandwich. I don't like it. You did it to me, my turn to do it to you. Okay, fourth lap. I think I'm going bright red. I feel I am. Doing my version of an Oompa Loompa, just a tall one. Right, tyre wear's pretty good actually. So Just under a third the way in. And I haven't spun it, unlike two Spaniards.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
So one thing I've probably learned is I'm not entirely ready for racing with the wheel. It's good to practice with it, but my racecraft with the wheel is a bit wanting. So I let 2 or 3 of the guys just pass me quite easily with the controller. I'm pretty sure I'd had the wherewithal to block them. Fairly sure it's going to be my personal best. Okay, it's roughly the same as my qualifying. Austrian off. So we're just picking up places just by, frankly, circulating and just not pointing backwards. I think it was Jackie Stewart that said to win a race, you first have to finish it. Or was it Senna? No, that was if you no longer go for a gap, you're no longer a racing driver. Which is everyone's go-to excuse for crashing. Because race 350Z is starting to close in rather rapidly. And thank you for waving the banner, Tash. Very good of you. Hopefully you meant for me, so I'm catching some of the chat. It's not all. So I seem to be chasing down this Spaniard right now. Why not? But there seems to be Spaniards in this. Dutchman behind us now, so okay. I'm happy I'm lapping fairly consistently. For instance, so the front tyres are starting to feel the wear now, which isn't great. I'm going to have to move the brake balance to the back a bit further. Oops, I was off again. There's 5th. My braking markers have gone, so that's fantastic. Sorry, there's 5th. Didn't realise he was that close. Not going to bother with that one. He's much quicker. Sometimes you've got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. And that's folding time! I'm actually lapping faster than the leader might well be in a battle. I've caught him by about a second in the last lap or two. Because I don't know what my tyre wear is compared to them as well. So that is the key, really. Uh-oh. Well, Bert, your little brother is, how we say, a bit of a racing git. Definitely struggling with the front end grip now. Just really not there anymore. Rears are fine, actually. Don't like the fact there's a whole gaggle of them coming up behind me. That sounds dodgy. Well, thank you very much. Looking good. Don't run wide again. Don't run wide again. Okay, that first corner I've got to slow down a little bit, Paul. Yeah, absolutely no front end grip now. Why allow pitch tyre noise? Because the tyres are dying. We have no front end tyre grip, therefore the front of the car is trying to go forwards when I'm trying to turn. I'm in 6th by 6 and a bit seconds. So all I've got to do is manage it to be up 7 places where I started. And if any of these idiots in front feel like doing a one-stop strategy, then I'm going to jump them. All I've got to do is stay within my limits of my tyres. Which I definitely didn't do that. Ah, we do have a 2-stopper right up front. Okay, I'm not going to pass the leader, but if any of the others do it. Are they mad? We'll see if I'm mad by the end of this, surely. Okay, I think one of them did get out in front of me. So they are set for the rest of the race. I see why there on your stream it was recommended lifting coast so much. It's just the only way to not push the tyres too hard around a corner. Plenty of fuel, that's not an issue. Oh, hello Louis, nice to see you, mate. I did notice you were using your Dive Bomb 1987 account. Where was the mayor the fact you were using that account, or you felt justified in disappearing off to get a bit of vengeance? So I always wonder about you, mate. But how's your brother doing 157? Oh, he's not in the door there, that's why. May have been a mistake. So for those that are just joining, I'm attempting a no-stop strategy. Basically, no time in the pits. So this is either going to go very well or very badly. Considering I'm now missing all the apexes. Got a Spaniard closing in, so okay. I think he pitted. I'm not sure that was the one that was behind me 6 seconds or the one that pitted come out behind me. He's going to come shooting past. Or she. If you want to... I'm trying to get out of your way, never mind. If you're going to push, it's only going to slow us both down. Oh, I can't believe I followed it. And that is how you lose a bunch of places. Ooh, that's not good. That happens, mate. It clearly does happen. To the best of us and the worst of us. To all of us, frankly. The annoying thing is I didn't do that in any of the practice. Any of the qualifying. Just because I was following the Spaniard, I kind of drifted myself wide. Technically, it was less of a spin and more of a catastrophe frac. I do love the paraphrase, man. That's pretty damn good. It's a risky strategy, guys. Let's see how it pays off for it. What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball? Dodge, dive, duck, dip, and dodge. Ooh, I'm going to end up 11th at this rate. Come on, turn. Ooh, maybe even 12th. Well, that's still be a place up from where it started. Yeah, tyres are officially dead. Or just metaphorically. I've got to brake so early for the damn corners now. The only thing I've got on these guys is... I think we'll get back to you on that. Insanity. It's the only thing I've got on these guys. Oh, I felt like a little push. Okay, so the one thing I've learned is the strategy of this is actually sound, but spinning on the pit straight is not. Thanks for the pun. Oh, there's nothing there. I want to reach deeper and find a bit of speed, but I mean, just look at that. I mean, he's got a 2-second penalty, but frankly, I think I'm lapping 3 or 4 seconds a lap slower than him. So, punt it is. So one thing I've learned is I definitely should have put the brake bars further back from the start. The other thing I've learned is my shoulders hurt. mean, I've only got the force feedback on second setting, but I'm feeling it in my shoulders. Not only is this my best lap in ages. Good news is GT Sport rounds up penalties. So that's a 3-second penalty now. Driving on the grass is not quicker, Mr. Slovenian. Okay, I thought it was going to be a penalty at the end of the race. It turns out it was a one on the track. I'm sure I blinked for the last 5 minutes. The YouTubers, Twitchers, thank you for joining me on that one. Sorry about the spin, chaos. But considering I spun down the pit straight sort of 1.5 times, 35 seconds behind the leader on a no-stop strategy, in a Corvette, on a wheel for the first time, I do need that meme. I think it's of Bruce Banner going, I see this as an absolute win. Also 4 places up from where I started. I see it as a win. Don't know what that noise is. I heard it a while back. Sorry about that high-pitched squeal. Apparently it was my monitor dying for some reason. God knows what that was about. Okay, so that is the first national race for Midnight ISO on the Midnight ISO account. What did I get? I ended up getting 45 points. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, sorry about that. I know it started. I just thought it was in my headset, so apologies for that. And that is my very first race on the wheel. So literally, my monitor, which hosts all my feed from my computer on there, decided it was just going to make a high-pitched squeal, and it's never done that before, not even once. So it would do it during my inaugural FIA National race, wouldn't it? Okay. I do think if I'd have kept it on the track a few more times, I could easily have been 15 seconds up the road. So I do think a top 5 finish was possible. Not guaranteed. I do think it's realistic if I'd not cocked it up. But again, first full-on race for the wheel. Whew. I'm going to give myself, quite frankly, a day off. Actually, I want to do another race. Sod it. I think that's all for the Nationals for today. So, okay, so the next round of Nationals is going to... Oh my Christ. It's going to be a kart. It's going to be a go-kart around the short of Austria. Bloody hell, that is going to be fun. And when I get myself an American account sorted out, what I'll do is because I work on a Saturday currently, I will be then going from the UK event on here to then doing the Americans. So that'll be fun. Right, I've forgotten what the next FIA manufacturer series is going to be. Hang on. Ah, okay, right, yes, on this account I haven't actually picked a... Ooh, I haven't picked a manufacturer. Does anyone have any recommendations or what they want to see? And thanks, Insal, for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. So for the Midnight ISO account, what should I use? What brand? Aston and Jag. Given the launch of the Formula One Aston Martin team, I'll be honest, I hate front-wheel drive cars in GT Sport, so that's not an option for me. Plus, I'm not a fan of Peugeot. I do remember in the 90s they had some epic Formula One engines, but that was then rapidly surpassed by Renault, which obviously, yeah, French as well, but not that I hate the French. I'm thinking Aston, just because of the F1 team. I'm betting that's what a lot of other people have thought. Either that, they just want to be, well, I want to be Bond. Sounds a little bit dodgy when I say it like that. Alright, Aston it is. Again, apologies for that absolutely high-pitched squeal. I've literally just reset the monitor and it's not doing it anymore. Okay, oh, so we've got access to the V8 Vantage and the V12 Vantage. Ooh, I'm doing that. So British Racing Green. Oh, I do like that, but everyone's going to have that. To be different, I'm going with a blue one. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, do the anti-Aston. Yeah, because I got the. Hang on, do you know what? So I can't bring myself to do it. I'm going to have to go black. Once you go black, you go deaf. Yeah, do the anti F1 Aston team and go all pink like Racing Point with a little tinge of green. But they've got a quite unique green on their Formula One car. I mean, it's not British Racing Green. It's not Jaguar green that they had in the 2000s, and it's not this green. It's much more pearlescent. Is that the right term? Azure. Yeah, I'll give you that. Just like have a tinge to it, doesn't it? But I'll tell you what, you're not going to mistake him for the wrong cars, are we? So the only reason why I did that was actually have a look at what the next race was. I'm an idiot. Right, okay. So, yes, it's Dragon Trail. Okay, I'll say only the hard tyre. 12 laps. So that could be a no-stopper. Times 6. Where, to be fair, I think that's going to be a no-stopper. I mean, the pit straight on that is quite long, and you're never going to recover the time. So that's going to be another one for the wheel. Okay. I've forgotten what the national was already. Oh, God, yes. The go-kart. Right, yeah, because that's going to be chaos. Can you imagine the hacksawing away on this with the damn go-kart? Alright. Well, let's close out the stream with a race at Le Safre. No, I'm not mad. Right. I am going to put it into brake mode for 30 seconds while this is doing its loading thing. Because I need to go pee. Graceful. I think I've also knocked the camera. No one needs to see my face anyway. Right, so we're going to do 6 or so laps at Spa, then a 3-lap race. So the qualifying is going to be well, twice as long the actual race. One thing I'm hoping is that my time racing the Autodrome has helped my skills a little bit. Still not fully happy with the positioning of the pedals, but there's only so many things I can blame on a poor performance on, isn't there? It's a demo. I'm showing you how to spin. See, look, it's easy. All you've got to do to correct it is hit the brakes and push reset. See, this is valued content. Don't be out there again, you idiot. I mean, we don't need to practice donuts again. Not quite so soon. Annoyingly, that 27.2 that I've set there was with a controller, because because I just wanted to see how fast I could go, and I didn't quite push the start in time or across the line. So put Urus and ready on. That's a time penalty. Yeah, that's fair. Quite frankly, that was fair. Right, so 6 laps of qualifying starts now. Or if I go backwards again, it'll start in a minute. You know. But this will be my last race for the evening, I think. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna do this lap. To the game. I only get 2 laps in at this point. Okay, out of the source. Down the straight that had that massive accident in '98. Up to Eau Rouge and Radion. To where, obviously, as I mentioned, sadly every time, I probably should stop mentioning it, Mr. Hubert lost his life in 2019. Then a Camel Straight. Into this corner up here, which I can't remember its name now. Which will come to me later, I have no doubt. Ooh, okay, brakes. Well overcooked there. I don't remember any of the corner names now. Oh yeah, Rivage down here. See, I remember one eventually. Corner with no name, as Murray Walker used to say. And then Matt, if you're watching, you're going to love the name of this one. Bear in mind it's French. Go on. And this one I can't pronounce. It's Lit something or other. My Phantom acknowledge me. So yeah, this little complex is Lit F. Yeah, I can't remember. And then into Stavolo, which is quite a tricky little right-hand corner. It dips away to the right. So easy to hit the bollards or spin up the back tyres. Right, another back straight, and then into Blanchimont, and then the bus stop chicane. Which, do you know what? I'm never going to stop harping on about it. I preferred the old original Blanchimont bus stop complex, but it's like saying that we liked the old Hockenheim. Yeah, it was great back in the day, but modern track needs to be a certain way for the safety and for the viewers and the organisers, heck, the drivers and the marshals. So, I mean, I don't think they needed to reprofile the bus stop, but they did. That's what we got now. Actually, I get most annoyed about them resurfacing the source here. It used to be quite a tricky little thing. Now it's a very generic corner. I remember seeing the F1 cars, particularly in the wet, sort of skidding round it, lighting up the rear tyres, sliding towards the barrier. It was just, you know, for a 10-year-old who loved his cars, it was quite thrilling. Yeah, I'd probably still like it now. That's besides the point. Okay, I'm definitely getting much more confident with the wheels. Feeling I can chuck the car into a corner a little bit more now. A little bit more aware if the car will stick or break away. I mean, it really isn't on a game, a precision game like GT Sport or Heck and Seto Corsa and all that sort of thing, it's not as easy as just jumping on a game with a wheel and being as fast as you was with a controller. It just isn't. It's just not the same. It's like having to relearn the damn game. But if you compare this to the first time I used the wheel, particularly online the other night, I bet the changes would be quite amusing. Yeah, it's going alright, mate. I know I'd still be faster on the controller, but I mean, look, you can see the times on the right. Those are all set by controller. I mean, it might feel a bit weird now. I mean, oops. I'm starting to pick up things I can do with the wheel that I can't do with the controller. And one of them is not get penalties, because that happens no matter what variation I use. I find the controller more responsive, but the best way to put it is, so if you've got a distance here, the controller is like on off on off on off. With a wheel, it's you can choose in between. It's like going back. It's like going back to analog from digital. Okay, obviously in some contexts, you want digital all the time, particularly on and off. But yes, you can have some degree of precision with the controller, but it's not the same. I mean, I'm finding through the long, fast corners, particularly with a very fast car like a Group 1 or the F1 car or something like that, the wheel just makes it so much more sense. At slow speed though, I am still struggling, because it was, with the controller you can just go left, right, left, right, left, right in a chicane or a hairpin. I mean, that is, in fact it's easier with the controller. Oops. It's because I'm talking. Now, I'm blaming it on because I'm talking. Yeah, through the bus stop chicane, I think I'm much faster on the controller, because you're not fighting the force feedback. But I'm picking up speed. It's just a matter of relearning how to race the damn game. We're going through faster corners. In that F1 car race the other night with Bert, the wheel absolutely come alive, and it makes so much sense. I'd like a little graphic on that actually. It would be so interesting to know who uses what. Because on Steam, you can submit your system specs, and it says what you're using in terms of your GPU, CPU, and all of that. But on PlayStation, I see no similar things. People saying either wheel or controller, that sort of thing. Particularly if one was a Fanatec, you know, someone with a big budget and, frankly, a lot of skill. One or the other, anyway. I mean, I've heard of quite a few YouTubers say that they are still faster with a controller, but it's not as good for tyre wear, it is not as good for precision long term, so the consistency thing, and I promise I will look that up in a damn thesaurus and find another word for it. But I'm only going on what I've learned. All I could really say is, when you look at all the YouTubers, all the big ones, you know, with 10k plus subscribers, Ollie, Rory Alexander, Super GT, I went 2 streams without mentioning him, so, you know, but what do they all have? Fanatics. One day I'm going to go up Eau Rouge without getting a goddamn penalty. I mean, the other thing they've done is they've spent time and they've tuned it to their liking. I mean, I've been playing around with the settings a little bit, messing around with the sensitivity and the force feedback. What's up, dude? How long have I used the wheel for? I think this is my 3rd time on stream. I think I used it once before that, about 2 or 3 months ago. So this is probably the 4th time, give or take. And yes, I'm not as fast as I am with the controller, but I'm learning. Yeah, very much so. I mean, I've heard some people say it takes up to 50 hours. But it's depending on your own skill and, frankly, passion for it. I could see me always using a controller. I mean, just jump on the game and, yeah, try my controller. Not a problem. It's going to take time on this. I am finding through the faster cars and the long sweeping corners, the wheel is better. But the slower corners, the awkward things, controller feels better. If I try to drift in, I'm going to have to next week because the National is in go-karts around Austria Short. I mean, that is, oh God, can you imagine the chaos that is going to be? My arms are going to hurt at the end of that. They hurt now. It's not because I'm a weakling, it's I do actually have a long-standing shoulder injury, which never really built strength back up in it, but, you know, that's more my problem than anything. Hey, if anything, this is going to be a nice workout for that muscle. That needs a bit of repairing, isn't it? Long story short, right here in this sort of rotator cuff at the top, right at the back, I was going for a dumbbell personal best bench press, and I did it, and then basically it just went, right, got it, whack, uh-oh, I sort of just lost all the power in it, and there's snapped a load of things in there. And I did it again about a week later. It's like, just go easy on it. Can't hear a high-pitched noise here. It might just be the car, Katie. What weight was I going for? 40s? 40 kilos on each arm. So it's not tremendously heavy, but it was heavy enough for what I was doing. Let's have I was going to do a donut. Okay, so you sure you can still hear the high-pitched noise? Because I can't. Well, crap. It hasn't been doing it since I switched off the monitor, as far as I was aware. So I'm starting on pole. Oh. So, good evening to the legions of followers and subscribers, commenters, likers, people on the stream on both YouTube and Twitch. It is glorious to have you all here. I think it's one of my highest view counts so far, 9 people in total, so... It's the wheel that gets all the hits really, isn't it? Definitely the wheel. Did you go and check out Dead Space 2 the other day? Or Dead Space? stop at Les Combes. Ah, Les Combes, that was the name of the damn corner. Okay, so this is going to be about 7.5 minutes, give or take. It is a fascinating game if you like a good story. There's 2 supporting DVD movies to it, so but play the game Dead Space 1 or watch the playthrough on number 1 first. Right, this is going to be a bit of a shit show because I still haven't caught up with my controller speed on this course, and I'm getting penalties left, right and centre. So if I finish in the top 8, I'm going to call that another win. Hey, at least I got pole position. Missed the corner completely. Say I'll be fine. Say that. I mean, I'm not going to die or anything. I'm not going to die or anything. And what's my door card number? 6. Okay. So, you know, I mean, I should survive the race, but honestly, if I come in the top 5, I'm going to call it an absolute win. This daily race B is one of the funny ones where you can actually beat your own qualifying time because there's no damn tyre wear. And if you get in a slipstream, you're almost guaranteed to. Unless you do that. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See what pays off for it. Oh, come on. There's one thing I can't do with a wheel yet is correct my own slides and look at my own mistakes. Cannot do it yet. Hello, gents. Okay, so it's a 12th to where we end up, Grace. Hello. Yeah, I'll get the hang of it. It's because I'm not there yet. Might start watching some videos on tutorials to get yourself up to speed with the wheel. I mean, it's my own idiosyncrasies with the wheel that is frankly holding me up. I mean, I need to adapt to it rather than anything else, and I haven't quite done it yet. You see, the fast corners are not a problem at all. It's the slower ones, or accelerating out on a curb. Can't do it yet. So braking is still a little bit interesting for me. I haven't yet, but I did start looking at them just prior to doing the national race earlier on. I didn't have time to really sort of sink into them. It's basically been learning on the fly. I kind of wanted to get a baseline for what, there's a cone, for what I could do, and then I was going to try and improve from there with the settings and everything like that. It's a little bit of an excuse for technically being a bit lazy, but I had method behind it. Wow, I came up radial and all that really quick. I only caught that one because I was prepared for it. Thanks, dude. In some corners I am prepared for the slide. I mean, I've spun out of there several times. The corner with no name, like that person. There's a reason why I'm using my second account on this. It's just the sheer fact I'm learning. Oh, lovely little thing. Okay, so you think a bit of a wide stance. Try it. It feels really uncomfortable, but I'll try it. It's more, I suppose it's more of a normal road driving thing in 10-2, isn't it? Actually, that does help in the slower corners quite a bit, because I'm no longer sort of chasing my own arms around it, crossing over. That makes a lot of sense. Still have to let one around the source and definitely around to back around Monaco. It's just going to be one-handed job. Oh, that sounds weird. There it is, found the button eventually. Hop. So even through Rivage, definitely nearly almost take your hand off the wheel. Okay. Subtle little improvement, thank you, Lou. Looks like there's a faster clock going on ahead of me. That's my own fault, I'll break myself. You can go down the inside there if you want. The next one turns the other way. Yeah, it definitely feels it. I bet it would have been one of those things if I'd taken a look back at my own footage and seen the fact I'm crossing over my own damn arms. It would have made a lot more sense. Blanchimont, a bit tricky. Not picking up a position on the line. Almost two. Alright, Louis, you little genius. So yeah, like that. So I'm starting to cross over my arms going halfway round as I'm doing that. It's not as bad, it's not as pronounced. So back to that. Yeah, right at that point, my wrist is like breaking. So if I was actually, yeah, allows me to keep my arms straighter as well. Okay. Let's face it, we're only ever going to be doing that much load on the wheel on GT Sport anyway. So, well, I told you finishing the top 8 would have been a win, so we're going to call that one a bit of a farce. Alright, well I'll tell you what, I'll do 2 qualifying laps and that's it. Just to prove you right, Louis. So Louis, we had fun with that wet weather racing and dry tyres, didn't we? Well, you did. You were bloody fast. Watch me going backwards for half of it. Do you know what? I might actually change my mind completely. Do you know what? Let me sign into my other main account. And I'm going to race on the Austrian track with the F1 car. With the wheel. No, the best thing I can recommend for you is there's going to be very little places where there's going to be somewhere to demo this at the moment. But if anyone is near you and has any kind of wheel, give it a go. From my research, before I did settle on this one, I mean it's a standard, the G29. There's different kinds of feedback built in with a lot of the wheels. I mean, some don't even have feedback at all. But it's like belt driven, there's gear driven. I think there was another one. I can't remember for the life of me. But obviously, you go sort of as a base. It's like Thrustmaster, Logitech G29, and then the Fanatec's as an absolute base. One thing I have found from particularly playing this game, I've made quite a few friends, including Bert Racer, who doesn't live far from me at all. And most of the people in the community are pretty damn nice. And it's about making those friends and connections. I'm not going to do a race, what am I doing? Time trial. But unfortunately, it's either jump in deep end like I did with this, and it's turned out quite well. Or find someone if you can. Yeah, gifted duplicate cars is an absolute pain in the ass. What did I say? Austria, didn't I? We're going to race it at the afternoon. And the big bad Mercedes. Shall I go for the stickiest tires possible? Yes, I shall. And thanks all for joining the stream, for chatting away, listening to me, and apparently listening to my monitor squeal its head off. Again, apologies for that. Yeah, Fanatec is a definite investment. When I bought this, I'd had it in my Amazon basket for 2-3 years, and it was about 150 quid. And then the pandemic hit, and it went down to 120, and then shot up to nearly 250. It was doing this, and in the gap following the breaks, like the end of September, before any sort of lockdown, that sort of thing, this dropped in price about 120, 130 quid, or 150 quid. It was something like half price of what it previously was, and yeah, I just did that. Yeah, you can't hear the monitor anymore. I reset the damn thing. It was squealing its head off during the race for some reason. But all I can say is either take the plunge. With this, I don't think you'll regret it. But, you know, it's doing what you want. Take it for 100 and something quid. It's not. It wasn't too much of a question. Here we go. Or should I race this cockpit for you? Let's do that. Why? Think I took off. Well, that sounds like a good idea, mate. Reading the comments and trying to drive the F1 car is not a good idea. You see that? He actually lifts his pinky. That's pretty cool. Good little detail. Yeah, okay, I'm going on this where I can actually see the wheels. See, when it comes to like the Group 1s or the Formula 1 cars, the wheel makes total sense. Okay, going on the grass didn't make total sense, but... Oh yeah, DRS. Which is that little thing. Actually, the first time I managed to spin it going through there. That was fun. So I managed to do a 13.7 on the first flying lap. I say flying lap. It's quite slow, but you get the idea. Lurk away, mate. Oh, your DRS. Oh, that might be a penalty. That might be a penalty too. No? Okay, this game is weird with penalties. Sometimes it gives you loads, sometimes it gives you none. Consistency is it? Consistency is what we want. That's what you get for being over-attacking on a corner. Okay, so we're going to go for 112 or 111. That should be easily manageable in this. And this is the title-winning Mercedes of what? I think 2017. Okay, so we're already in the 12s with nearly a second off. It's got to not stuff it up. Ooh. Pushing the wrong button doesn't help. Just feel the downforce of the damn thing. The sense of speed is not something you'd have with a controller, as far as I'm concerned. Saying it's someone who's used a controller for 25 years at racing games. But yeah, 111 straight away. That curve is vicious. And that little T-wing that you saw, you can see at the back there, that's all to do with breaking up the airflow following the car for less drag, which were banned that year, end of that year. It obviously got a terrible exit in the corner, but it's because I was messing about talking about the damn F1 cars from 4 years ago. Don't get me started on various specs of the car. Keep cutting that corner. That really should be a penalty. Zoom in, what's up? What's up, Abe? How's it going? Nice to see you. Just having a bit of fun in the F1 cars. Mainly racing a bit of a time trial. I've just done a national race. Probably for the first time, or at least first time in memory. So, gonna call it quits in a sec. Have you done any of the national races today? Meant to do that. Oh, that didn't sound good, did it? The Formula 1 cars at low speed doesn't work well. I can actually see the damage out. Oop. There's my mouse. There it is. Yeah, getting better with it. So did a full national race with it on the Autodrome, which is a track I didn't know, on a wheel that I'm not fully comfortable with yet. And I had the potential to finish 5th until I stuffed it into the wall on the pit straight, which was, you know, amazing. I went for a bit of a bold strategy. I went for a no stopper, and it nearly paid off. So feeling more comfortable with it, basically. Yes, fair. Oh yeah, because you're in the land of America, so you've got yours to come yet. You probably see Burt Racer in them somewhere. If you see Burt Racer USA, that's him. I will set myself up a USA account. I've been meaning to for the last week or two, or a week or so, whatever it was. But if you've got the Autodrome, it's a no-stop race. That's all I can really say to you. Just be very, very gentle on those front tyres. I was in my Corvette, the same one I use in Monza, and it just ate the front tyres. I should have put the brake balance 2 or 3 on the rear before it even started the race, but I only did it halfway through. I'm sure that didn't help why I drifted into the pit straight and basically crashed. But you know, check the footage previous to see that that's exactly what happened. Oh, might sneak into the 1 minute 10s with this. Might not. We shall see. Come on, stay above that. Stay above half a second. And there we go. Right, I'm going to disappear as well, Louis. So you've timed that absolutely perfectly. I've stayed on a lot longer than what I said I was actually going to, because I want to talk to you fine people. So, what have we learned? The wheel hurts my arm, but it's going to be worth it. So, For all those that are still there, thank you for watching. For those on YouTube, please leave a like if you liked it. For those on Twitch, just keep watching, keep talking, and I'll keep talking back. So, thank you all. Have yourselves a nice one. I'll catch you next time.